Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. We are discussing about 8th standard English medium social science, in that history chapter number 7, Mauryas and Kushans. In the previous session, we get the information about Mauryas, reference sources for Mauryas, the founder of Chandragupta Maurya and the Emperor Ashoka, Kalinga War incident, Buddhism and Ashoka, Ashoka's inscriptions. So these are the wonderful concepts we get the information about Mauryas. Let's come to in this session we are going to get more information about Mauryas and Kushans. It's the economic system of Mauryas. There are evidences which prove that the lake and canal system of irrigation was good during Maurya period, because what they are constructed, the lakes and canal system, even today it is usable. So it provided during the time of Mauryan period. Pushyagupta, a governor during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya, had built Sudarshan Sarvors, a dam in Junagdh of Gujarat. So the person name called as Pushyagupta, a governor, he was in the administration of Chandragupta Maurya. He built a dam name called as Sudarshan Sarvor. Present it is in Junagdh of Gujarat. An officer named Tushaspa during the reign of Ashoka built the canal system for this dam. Megasthenes has also recorded the existence of irrigation canals. Even under the administration of the Ashoka, officer name called as Tushaspa built a dam for this canal. Even this information we will get to know with the help of Megasthenes has recorded the existence of irrigation canals. The government was managing the agricultural sector. Majorly, the agricultural sector was managing by government. Prisoners of war and slaves were engaged in agricultural activities. So this is a quite common. As prisoners, usually they are used to art and architectural field, but here under the Mauryan kingdom, prisoners were used and slaves were used, engaged in agricultural activities. So land tax was the main source of revenue for the state. A farmer was expected to pay 1/4. So in case if we grow 4 bags of any crop, in that he has to be pay one part as is income for the land tax to the state. Officers named called as Samartha and Sanidatta were in charge of the tax collection and were also the custodians of the royal treasury. So the officers named called as Samartha and Sanidatta are the charge in the tax collection, and they were custodian for the royal treasury. The technology of producing metal alloys had evolved during the reign of Mauryans. The preparation, the manufacturing of, producing of the technology of metal alloys, mixture of different metals, it was evolved, came into existed during the during the administration system of Mauryas. As a result, urban based artifacts production and their marketing found place in the economy of Mauryas along with the agriculture. Along with the agriculture, some of the artifacts production and their marketing, it was also came into existed along with the agriculture of the Mauryas. There were major roads connecting the different parts of the empire, from Pataliputra, the capital city of Mauryas, a major road to Nepal. So you can see the places it is marked in the map of India. A major road to Nepal passing through Vaishali and Champaranya from Pataliputra was also there. A highway to Takshashila from Kaushambi passing through the present Delhi and Punjab was there. So these are the major routes were connecting during the time of Mauryas. Merchants were transporting goods on these roads to sell within and outside the empire. Kachu marked silver coins were in circulation in Mauryan kingdom. So silver coins name called as Kachu. It was circulating during the Mauryan administration system. This period is marked as the second phase of urbanization. Mauryan administration system, it is considered as a second phase of urbanization. That means after the Sindhu and Harappan civilization. So that is first phase of urbanization, and this is considered as a second phase of urbanization. So this is about the economic system during Mauryan period. So let's move on to the concept of social system. The social system was evolving out the varna based caste system of during this period. People born in higher varna could migrate to another varna and gain better social acceptance, as usually respect. There were few such openings for this mobility. So here the concept of varna based caste system, it was during the period of Mauryan. The people born in higher varna could migrate to another varna and gain the better social acceptance as well as respect. So that is the freedom has been provided under the Mauryan administration system. As usually, Brahmana and Kshatriya could interchange their status. Though the society was divided into four varnas, namely Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So only the first two varnas like Brahmana and Kshatriya, they could interchange their status. So several castes were also present during Mauryan administration system. Megasthenes records the presence of 7 castes in Mauryan society in his book name called as Indica. The Buddhist sources also confirm the existence of castes along with the 4 varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. There were 7 castes were present in Mauryan society. Even it's we will get to know through the Megasthenes book Indica. Even Buddhist source also provide the information. Though these castes were less rigid in later periods, caste system had started assuming dignity during Mauryan period itself. So as the caste system has started assuming the rigidity during the Mauryan period itself. Indica does not record the existence of slaves and dasas in Mauryan society, though slavery was in practicing during Mauryan rule. It was less harsh than the slavery of Greek and Roman societies. As we get the information about how slaves were treated in Greek and Roman societies when compared to those treating of slavery, in Mauryan period, somehow the manageable slavery was practiced under the Mauryan rule. Shudras, The last in the varna system were employed as agricultural laborers and domestic help. For the purpose of that, Shudras were used at the lower strata. So this is about the concept of the social system under the Mauryan administration system. So let's come to the concept of next administrative system. Mauryan Empire had centralized administration system. So the entire administration system, it is centralized. The power was concentrated in the hands of the king. Obviously, the entire administration system, it was in the hands of king. Hence, a huge number of officials unseen before were appointed to run the administration. A strong espionage network existed under the Mauryan administration. Minister, priest, prince and generals were in higher subordinates of the king. So these are the people, they are working as a higher subordinators to administration, helping to king under the administration system. The empire was divided into provinces. For the administration sake, the entire administration system, it was divided into provinces. So these were under the control of the princes as well as relatives of the king's family. Almost all the provinces were under the control of the princes as well as relatives of the king's family. Some of the very important regional administrative centers like Takshashila, Ujjain, Dhauli, Suvarnagiri and Girnar. So these are the regional administrative centers under the Mauryan Empire. And some of the very important officials to look over the administration system like Rajuka. He was considered as the justice officer. And the next called as Yukta. He is an information recording officers. So like this, different officials were appointed to run the administration. And overall, so Pataliputra was done by a group of 6 committees consisting of 30 officials. So to look over the administration system, the administration of Pataliputra was done by a group of 6 committees consisting of 30 officials. So this is about the administration system of Mauryan kingdom. So let's move on to art and architecture of Mauryan administration. So when art and architecture, it's a great significance has been contributed by Mauryans. Among that, the concept we are going to be get Megasthenes Indicus record the grandness of Maurya's palace in the Pataliputra. The wooden ruins of palace and the fort around the palace in Pataliputra have been found during the excavation. That is one of the best example of art and architectural contribution by the Mauryas. During the period of Ashoka, many stupas were built and pillars were created, erected. So under the administration of Ashoka. Among all the stupas that are found in stupa of Sciencei is the biggest. You can see the picture of Sciencei is the stupa of. The stupa of Sciencei is the biggest dome which has been found, one of the architectural contribution of Ashoka. Around 30 pillars have been found and all of them are polished and made smooth. The images of lion or ox are sculpted on these pillars. So you can see the image of lion or ox and sculpted on these pillars. our national emblem of four-headed lion is taken from the Ashoka pillar of the Saranatha. So that's one of the very important significant contribution has been provided by Ashoka, that it has been we have a four-headed lion. It is taken from the Ashoka pillar of Saranatha as our national emblem. Apart from these, Ashoka built 3 rock-cut caves at Bar hills. His son Dasharatha built 3 more rock-cut caves at Nagaruni hills. So Ashoka built 3 rock-cut caves at Bar and his son named called as Dasharatha, who built the 3 cut caves at Nagaruni hills. These caves are also important creations of a Mauryan period. So you can see the construction of rock cut caves picture images. So these are the major contributions of art and architectural by the Mauryan period. So that is the information about the Mauryas, and next we move on to one more dynasty that is called as the Kushans. So let's come to we are going to get the one more dynasty of this lesson, that is Kushans. After the Greeks, it has been the Kushans who have influenced Indian history and culture. They gave a special importance to the spread of Buddhism. The Mahayana sect received greater encouragement under their patronage. Especially Kushans, they gave a lot of importance for the Buddhism under the 2 sects, Hinayana and Mahayana. Under that, Mahayana sect received a greater encouragement under the Kushanas. Gandhara sculpture, a special architectural style named called as Gandhara sculpture, flourished during the Kushans administration. An important dynasty after the Mauryas, that is Kushans. After the collapse of the Mauryas, that is the very important dynasty considered as the Kushans. You can see the Mauryans where they have provided their administration system in the map. They were basically from nomadic tribe. Nomadic, you know about that. The people, they are moving one place to another place in search of food and shelter. So which had migrated to India from Central Asia. Basically, Kushans, they have migrated from Central Asia to India. They were the progeny of Yuchi. The Sakas and the Pratihans were the other foreign communities that had settled in the northwestern part of India. You can see the place locations. The Sakas and Pratihans, the other foreign communities, so they had settled in the northwestern part of India. The Kushans defeated the Sakas and the Pratihans and settled in the Gandhara region. So the location of place Gandhara you can see in the map. The founder of this dynasty, named called as Kujala Kadaphises. The founder of the Kushans dynasty is called as Kujala Kadaphises, and followed by some of the very important noteworthy rulers are Vima Kadaphises and Kanishka. The other very important powerful rulers are Vima Kadaphises and Kanishka are the noteworthy kings of this dynasty. The Yuchis were basically tribals. The Yuchi factions became united under the leadership of Kujala Kadaphises. The Yuchi, it is a tribal people, a tribal groups. So the Yuchi factions became united under the leadership of Kujala Kadaphises. He crossed the Hindu Kush range and settled in Kabul and Kashmir. During the time of Vima Kadaphises, gold coins were brought out into circulation. From then onwards, Kushans minted mainly gold and copper coins. So these are under the administration system of Vima Kadaphises. He introduced the gold coins into the circulation. From then onwards, Kushans started producing mainly the gold and copper coins. Under the most important powerful ruler of the Kushans, name called as Kanishka. Kanishka came after Vima Kadaphises. During his reign, during his administration, the Kushan dynasty expanded greatly. He established his rule in 78 CE and heralded a new era. He introduced a new era name called as Saka era. The new era, the calendar year from the administration system of 78 CE, that it is called as the Saka era. That Saka era was introduced by Kanishka. So that is the greatest contribution of Kanishka. Kanishka's rule had spread up to Sciencei in the south and Benaras in the east. So you can see the places. So Kanishka's administration system has spread up to Sciencei in the south and the Benaras in the east. His kingdom, which included in the Central Asia too, a vast empire, it was under the administration system of the Kanishka. Even the Central Asia was also under the control of the Kanishka. So Purushapura, we can see in the blinking part in the map, Purushapura was his capital. So Mathura was another significant town of under the Kanishka administration system. So as due to the patronage given by Kanishka, Buddhism could prosperous much more than before. So Kanishka gave a wonderful contribution, wonderful patronage for the development, progress for the Buddhism. We get to see many Buddhist scholars like Ashwagosha, Vasumitra, Sangaraksha and others during the administration system of Kanishka. The fourth Buddhist conference was held at Kashmir under the leadership of the Kanishka. So the fourth Buddhist conference, so it was under the leadership of Kanishka. So like Ashoka, even Kanishka sent missions to Central Asia and China to spread the Buddhism. So during his administration system, art and architecture got encouragement. So that is Gandhara style of architectural style. So it was contributed by Kushans. So that is one of the greatest contribution. So that's it about the Kushans. So in this session, we get the information about the continued part of Mauryas as well as Kushans. I hope you have understood till now what we are discussed. In case if you having any doubts related to till now what we are discussed, either entire lesson, you can comment in the comment box related to any doubts. I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.